Hello, my name is Madison Kleiter. I'm 20 years old and from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I just finished my second year at the University of Saskatchewan studying biomedical sciences in the College of Kinesiology. My long-term goal is to become a prosthodontist. During the season, I also worked part-time at the Sutherland Curling Club. And in the off-season, I'll be returning to work again with the city of Saskatoon. If I'm not studying, working, or curling, I really enjoy going for long runs with my friends. I like cycling, I like spin classes, and I also like teaching Pilates. This past year has been the most challenging yet most rewarding year of my life. It has been such a growth year for me. I would now like to quickly take you through this past year to tell you about all the things that I have learned, because I believe what I have learned about life is so important and would be very valuable to share with the foundation.
I will start in July of last summer. After dealing with orthorexia disordered eating for the last 3 years, I decided to get some support and take care of my mental health so I could become the best version of myself. After talking with a psychologist all summer, I had learned that even the strongest people in the world need help, and getting help to improve my mental health did not make me weak. I learned that there was so much growth that could be done from my past experiences, and I obtained tools that I could use to handle both the ups and downs of life and curling. I worked so hard on my mental health, and when September came, I entered the season with the largest amount of confidence I had ever had in myself. I truly felt I was becoming a better teammate, daughter, sister, leader, and friend. I knew that my setback was only setting me up for a greater comeback. Flash forward to October, I ended up losing my grandma. A few weeks before my grandma passed, I remember going to visit her in the hospital after a Bonspiel weekend, and the first thing she said to me was, "How'd you make out with curling, Maddie?" She was my best friend and my biggest supporter in life and curling. My grandma's passing was my first big loss and really opened my eyes to how precious life is. This experience taught me that we can't take any moment for granted because you never know when life can be taken away. A few weeks after I lost my grandma, it was the first U21 Provincial Curling Championship of the season. I was still dealing with some emotions from my grandma's passing. To help me stay present in the situation, I got to wear my grandma's wedding band that she gave me and wrote her name on my wrist to find peace before each game. When I looked down at the writing on my wrist and the ring on my hand before I threw the game-winning shot, I felt her presence with me. I was the most calm I'd ever been in a provincial final. Grandma was definitely there watching, as she always was at every curling game. In February, my team and I had made it to another U21 Provincial Championship. From everything I had learned from my disordered eating experience to losing my grandma and winning my first green jacket in the fall, I felt so content and felt that I could keep the game in perspective. It turned out that grandma had been watching over me again because the team and I had won another green jacket.
This past year, my experiences outside of curling, such as overcoming an eating disorder, as well as dealing with the loss of a family member, has really challenged me to think about what is my why? Why do I curl? I can honestly say that this season I found my why. I found true love for a game that has given me so much support through some of the most toughest times in my life. Curling helped me overcome an eating disorder and get healthy again. It also made me feel so close to my grandma who had passed away, because I know it was a place that she always would be and will always be for years to come. Sandra understood the why. The foundation itself understands the why. Sandra was a person who played for the love of the game and always kept life in perspective. That's what the foundation is all about. Not only does it help babies born premature, but it helps all individuals have perspective and reminds us that there are more things to life than curling.
When we look up sometimes. After this past year, I truly believe that I understand the why behind the sport of curling and would love to share what it has to offer, as well as the desires of the Sandra Schmirler Foundation with others. If chosen as a Spirit of Sandra Scholar, I'd be very excited to help raise money for the foundation by helping out with the telethon during the Scotties, as well as organizing a fun spiel out of my local curling club and diner hall. The event would include triples curling with a 3-game guarantee. There would be a dinner and dance to follow, with a dessert and prize silent auction, as well as 50-50 and raffle tickets. I'd be honored to take the time that night to talk about Sandra's impact on many people and the goals and aims of the foundation to help ensure that Sandra's legacy lives on.
I feel very grateful to be able to apply again for this year's Spirit of Sandra Scholarship. It was a pleasure making this video, and thank you for your consideration.